Oh, hi, I'm reading about the American girl. Oh, well, here is the last region that we're talking about, the America. It's called the America West. So a few weeks ago, I have talked about the Midwest, Southwest, Northeast, Southeast, and now we are going to learn about the West. So first, the West is made by 11 states. It is the largest region in the United States. It includes Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado, and 2 extra states that are Alaska and Hawaii. These 2 states are not connected to other states in America. Well, the West is divided into 2 groups, the Pacific states and the mountain states. The green ones are the Pacific states and the mountain states are the yellow ones. The mountain states are Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Utah, Colorado, and Nevada. And the other states are the Pacific states. So in the mountain states there's a Rocky Mountain range that goes through the mountain states. Except Nevada. These states and also Alaska is going through the Rocky Mountains range. Nevada doesn't go to that range. So in the West, we have a lot of landforms. We have mountains, it's on the valley down to the ground, and volcanoes that in Hawaii's mountains range in the mountain state, and earthquakes are all found in the West. So now we're going to talk about climate. So the West have a lot of climate. It will be very hot, very cold, or maybe humid. And the West have extremely climate too. Sometimes it's extra hot like the Death Valley. Sometimes it's extra cold like in the Prospect Creek in Alaska, and sometimes in the Mount Walia, it's the wettest spot in the earth. So in the Death Valleys, the temperature goes up into 134 Fahrenheit. But down to Prospect Creek, it could be 80 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. It will be very cold. And the wettest place on the earth is the Mount Wailea in Hawaii, and the year have 365 days. But in this spots of the earth, it runs 335 days, like a year, 11 months. So that is the climate in the West. And the West is also rich in the natural resources too. In California have big forests, big redwood tree forest. That's the redwood trees so big, and it can go up in 300 feet tall, higher than us. Then in the West, we could have the seafood too. maybe shellfish, flounder, tuna, salmons, crabs, oysters, and clams. And also, the West is also rich in the non-renewable resources too. Coals in Wyoming is very rich. Gold and silver, Nevada and Colorado always have. And also in California, it also grows a lot of food. 50% of the United States fruits is come from California. Well, that's the West have a lot of natural resources. But what about the history? What are the early peoples of the West? Well, the West have Native American tribes that lived in the West long ago. And they were nomadic. They hunt deer, elk, and they use the fur to make the house. And they also gather nuts and berries into the area. And they live in the Great Basin areas. And that Great Basin area is near rivers in Washington. And because they live near waters, so they use the flat woods, or they build up the canoe to go through the river to travel from this state to other states in the West. And then, in 1803, the Americans brought land from France, and it's called the Louisiana Territory, double size for the United States. And in 1805, Lewis and Clark, the two men, would reach the West. And in 1813, the South Pass were discovered by the pioneers. They go through the West through Wyoming, Utah, and Colorado through the Rocky Mountains. So after we know about the histories, we will come back to now. Well, now in the West, there's not many large cities. Much of the lands were protected by the government, like Yellowstone National Park that has hot spring. But it also have large cities near the mountains. And it, maybe you know it, is Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the cities for entertainment, and it is for tourists. And Denver in Colorado is a major transportation center in the West. And did you know that California has the largest population in the United States? It has 1 out of 8 the people in the United States. Whoa, amazing. And also a popular valley in San Francisco is called the Silicon Valleys. And also there are 2 extra states that I have talked about in the beginning. It is Alaska and Hawaii. These 2 states are popular too. Well, in Alaska, oil is the big industry in Alaska. They trans the oil to the United States, and the other country brought the oil from the United States. And Hawaii is the tourism center too, because people like to travel to Hawaii because it has the warm climate and have beautiful beaches to go there to swim in the beach. So that's our about the American West, the last region we're talking about in the 4th grade. So that was on our topic today. Remember, West have 2 extra states that are Alaska and Hawaii. These states are not connected to the other states in the United States. So that was on our topic today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you. Have a great day.